Hello my dear students. Today we will be discussing about the effect of rural to urban migration in one of the most important city of India, that is Delhi. And we will also discuss today in the class regarding the urban to urban migration, what causes and then in fact what drives them towards the movement from one urban center to other. So let us first discuss about Delhi and migrant people. See, Delhi is the national capital of India, which receives the maximum number of migrants. Now, these migrants mostly are from the rural areas, the adjoining rural areas. Delhi, being the national capital, attracts a lot of people because of job opportunities that have been provided there. Also, people from rural areas migrate there in order to have a better life standard. So what happens to those rural migrants is, it is on one part quite an advantageous because they get to earn a better wages and then they can send back the home the money they earn in this city. But the city itself faces a lot of problems. There is an inverse situation that arises for what we think. So in such cases, what happens is Delhi has to face a number of problems or effects, we can say, because of migration. So what we see is, since we understand that Delhi receives migrants mostly from the adjoining rural areas, and their main motive here is to earn money, economic factor. So these people who migrate, not all end up getting a better job, or not all these migrant people, they get a very good job to sustain their life. So most of them end up in poverty, even in the city areas. So this poverty leads to the growth of slums and dwellings in unauthorized areas. Also, these very migrants, they happen to create juggies, which are the huts that are not pakka. That means that are not made of concrete. They are mostly made of mud and small, which can easily be dismantled. So this is one of the severe problems that Delhi faces. The next, because of growing number of population and less job opportunities. In fact, because of growing number of population or these migrants who don't end up getting job, so they also they go on to perform lot of illegal activities in order to make their living. So this results in the crime rate to increase in the national capital. So this is how migration affects one of the major city in India, that is Delhi, the national capital. Now we will be discussing about urban to urban migration. Whenever we say urban centers, we mean a place which has more number of population, and most important to that, we always understand that urban areas means they have better facilities than the rural areas. Good job opportunities, better healthcare systems, educational facilities. But yet, people look for betterment. So, because of this economic factor or for betterment of their lifestyle, people from urban centers move on to different urban centers, or they relocate themselves. Or sometimes it also happens that people working in one place or one city gets transferred to another center, and where it is itself acting as an urban center. So mostly we see that the urban to urban migration is affected because of economic factor. But there are also other causes that results in the movement from one urban center to other urban center. Let's first discuss one, job opportunities. It is always obvious that if you get a better opportunities, you always try to relocate yourself. So this is what it happens with job opportunities. Education facilities may be like an urban center may not be having higher education facilities for researchers and all. So this allows the students to move from their hometown or from one urban centers to another where they get a better opportunities even for research purposes. Healthcare facilities. Healthcare facilities, like people sometimes fall sick and they do not have a better treatment done in their place, or maybe like they do not have in specific the treatment that they are looking for in one particular place. So they have to move to other place, or they have to relocate to some other urban centers where they find what they're looking for in terms of healthcare. So this is all about for today in the class related to rural migration and how it affects the cities that are developing in India and urban to urban migration.